All right, here is our jump lesson on pages 111 through 112, and we get to start with decimals, which are pretty fun. So here's our challenge: write the following fractions as decimals. If you think you know how to do it, you can try it right away. Otherwise, try it after doing your jump work and after watching this video. Okay, so we have decimal tenths. So these are just some different ways to write 1/10. We can write it as a fraction 1/10, or we can fill in 1 out of 10 pieces, or we can go 1 out of 10 steps along a number line. And our final way is to write 0.1, and that is 1/10. This place is called the tenths place. All right. So here are some decimal tenths in pictures. So part A, if we see 0.2, we can draw it by filling in 2 pieces out of 10. In part B, if we see 0.3, we can draw it by filling in 3 pieces out of the 10. And in part C, we can draw it by filling in 6 pieces out of 10. All right, and here's our work in reverse. Actually, let me just redo this. All right, so you would look at this picture, and you can see that 8 pieces are filled out of 10. So we would say this is 8/10, or 0.8. In part B, we see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are filled out of 10. So part B is 0.5. And then in part C, we see that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 pieces out of 10 are colored, so it's 0.9. You can also write it like this, 9/10, and then you can convert it into decimals by writing 0.9. So that's just how we would use some pictures to show decimals. These are decimal hundredths. So we said that here, just immediately to the right of the decimal point, is the tenths place, and then the next one is the hundredths place. So we can draw 1/100th as a fraction, as a picture, or as a decimal. All right, so write each of these as a decimal. So here we have 9 out of 100, so I'll write 0.09, because this is like the top of the fraction. And if there is just one digit, you can imagine a 0 is right there. So for part B, we'd write 0.04, because here's the top of our fraction. You can imagine a 0 there. And for part C, we'd write 0.07. All right, and for one more round of decimal hundredths, you can actually go ahead and try this and then pause the video. For this, we'd write 0.83, because this part is the top of our hundredths fraction. For this part, I'd write 0.49, and for this last part, I'd write 0.60. That's actually equal to 0.6. They are the same thing, because no matter how many zeros I add here, they are not adding anything. This is the hundredths. There are no hundredths to add. So I could write 0.60000000, but it would still be the same thing, because these have no hundredths to add, no thousandths, etc. All right, and for part 4, there are some word problems with decimals in them. Ahmed lives 0.85 miles from the library and 0.67 miles from school. Does he live closer to the library or to the school? And so you have to decide which is bigger. Is it 0.67 or is it 0.85? So is it 67 hundredths or 85 hundredths? Well, just like if you had 67 and 85, 85 is bigger than 67, so 85 hundredths is bigger than 67 hundredths. And one last example here. Katie jogged 0.96 miles on Monday and 0.48 miles on Tuesday. On which day did she jog farther? So you need to figure out, is 0.48 bigger or is 0.96 bigger? Or if you like, you can draw it like this, 48 100ths. Is it bigger or is 96 100ths bigger? And of course, 96 100ths is bigger. All right, please try that boss question, and I will see you soon.